Hey guys, Dominic here from the Bad Wrestling Channel, the D in the Bad, and ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing today is a new series I like to call Fantasy Booking, where I come up with fantasy booking ideas, where either it be storylines that failed in the past, storylines that could happen in the future, or just something that I make up in my head. Well, that's what fantasy booking is really in real life. So you know what? Let's just do it. This is the first ever fantasy booking. The first one I have for you is CM Punk versus The Rock versus John Cena, Wrestlemania 29. Let's do this. First, I like to keep the Cena versus Rock match at WrestleMania 28, the once-in-a-lifetime thing. The storyline's going to make it so that once-in-a-lifetime thing is once in a lifetime, and CM Punk being added, I don't think would make it 2 times in a lifetime. It would make it, CM Punk versus The Rock versus John Cena, which is still a completely different thing. I'd like to keep that. Plus, I'd like to keep CM Punk's heel turn. That was really good when he clotheslined against The Rock. Sure, he stated he didn't want to turn heel, but for the sake of storylines, we need it. And also, I'd like to not keep the whole Shield thing, because that kind of turned into a big jumbled mess where CM Punk looked like, hey, I need help sort of thing. It sort of looked like he was kind of booked weak, losing the title, and I didn't like that at all. So, CM Punk, you're not going to use the Shield. The Shield will be used by somebody else. Randy Orton. I don't care. Just somebody else, okay? Because the Shield should debut. They should be helping somebody and look good doing it, but I don't think CM Punk, for storyline sakes, should be the person doing it. So, we start out at the pay-per-view Royal Rumble. The lead up to the feud, I would keep the same. Just take out the Shield parts of it. I would keep the shame. No. The shame. We put Sheamus in it? No, that's not what we do. I would keep it the same, except for one thing. CM Punk wins the matchup. Okay, he wins the matchup against The Rock. He shouldn't have lost it. He shouldn't have lost it. Also, for now, CM Punk kayfabes injures The Rock's leg. So, bye-bye Dwayne Johnson for a little bit. Next night, CM Punk is like, yeah, I'm the champion. I'm the best in the world. Yes, go me. So, and then CM Punk says he's beaten them all. He's the best. He's awesome. He's beaten The Rock, something not even John Cena could do. That makes John Cena kind of triggered. And John Cena... Did I just say triggered? Am I getting triggered from saying the word triggered? So John Cena comes out and he's like, bro, how dare you? I could beat you if I wanted to. You and me match next week. They fight next week. CM Punk versus John Cena. CM Punk gets disqualified. CM Punk, DQ. Well, he doesn't get disqualified. He beats John Cena, but he does it with shady tactics, so Cena's really mad at him, because he's like, bro, I would have beaten you and you know it, but you used them shady tactics, boy. And yeah, so Cena's like really mad at him now. So, leading up to the pay-per-view, okay, John Cena and Punk have basically said, you know what, you and me, we're going to have a match at Elimination Chamber, basically, okay? The next pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber. So, then in a tag team match, CM Punk is teaming with The Miz or someone, and they're facing Rey Mysterio and John Morrison. John Cena's music hits. So CM Punk, he turns to go look at the Titantron. Oh my god, beautiful Titantron. And then he gets really angry. He goes to the outside. He's like, Paul Heyman, give me a weapon. Or like he's still in the ring because he sees John Cena running down the ramp from the Titantron. He goes to Paul Heyman, like, give me a weapon right now, before John Cena can make it. He grabs a steel chair, turns around, hits the first guy he sees, just because he's like, I gotta hit somebody with the steel chair, and he hits, like, Rey Mysterio or something. He hits Rey Mysterio, like, pow, you're dead. And then he's like, oh god, I made the worst mistake of my life, that wasn't John Cena. John Cena is like, oh yes, you did. Punches him in the face between the chair and in the face of Punk. It's like, if this is the chair, it's like, boom, ow, 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 you hurt my feelings, or something stupid like that. The Miz is like, boy, I need someone to fight, and then fights, John Cena, and then John Morrison is like, boy, how dare you, and then fights The Miz, and then it's just a whole big mess of fighting, and it's awesome. You know, one of those things. It's a big mess. So that's 5 people. So, you know, it's official. They're going to be an Elimination Chamber match because there's 5 people. Except you might be wondering, who's the 6th guy? So, what we do is we have a Battle Royal. The Battle Royal will consist of all the competitors, you know, The Miz, John Morrison, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, and John Cena. It's a 5-man Battle Royal type thing, or a Fatal 5-Way. I really don't care. It's still a really crappy name. Like, Fatal 5-Way. It's a terrible name. Terrible. Anyways, so, you know, they have a Battle Royal or a Fatal 5-Way or something. They fight, CM Punk wins the match, and then you hear...
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
The Rock's music, everybody. It's The Rock. Oh my god. The Rock comes out and he's like, boy, I'm The Rock. You injured my leg. I'm gonna fight you now. And he's like, you know what? Since you injured my leg, I want to challenge you for the title. And then he's the 6th person in the Elimination Chamber matchup. So then... it's CM Punk versus The Rock versus John Cena versus John Morrison, The Miz, and Rey Mysterio. Oh, look at that! All 5 of CM Punk's opponents kind of hates him. They've all had history with him, technically. So, they're not just like, boy, oh my god, they've had history together. Oh my god, Maggle. And, well, you know, whatever. And so, they have that thing going into them, so they all want to basically beat up CM Punk even more than you probably already would because he's the champion. So then, they're all fighting, all 5 competitors are still in the ring when you hear the last buzzer hit, and CM Punk is the last person. Now, Paul Heyman, he's going to be a big part in this. Trust me. Paul Heyman's like, bro, he's the champion, you ain't doing nothing to my buddy. He grabs, if you remember Triple H and Ric Flair, where Ric Flair grabbed the door to the Elimination Chamber pod, he sort of the same thing, only this time he gets a chain wrapped around the gate and the pod, so Punk is basically stuck in there. So so all 5 competitors are like, oh, we can't particularly do anything. Let's stay in the match and fight. It leads down to John Cena versus The Rock. Cena and The Rock both eliminate, I don't know, The Miz and John Morrison or something at the same time. And then they both get up, 1, 2, 3, after the pins. They both get up and then realize, oh wait, we're the last 2 people in the matchup. And then all their history from WrestleMania 28 to now has now started to really bundle within this little ball. So we have a mini one-on-one matchup between John Cena and The Rock. They fight. In the matchup, they beat each other up. They just beat each other up. They keep saying, no, we're not going to lose. They tire themselves out. And then, what happens then is, while CM Punk is still in the chamber, by the way, The Rock and Cena, they're still fighting. They're like, I need to die. So then, they basically fall onto, the mat. My computer totally didn't just turn off. They both basically tire themselves out. CM Punk's like, give me a bat or a weapon or a kendo stick. I would prefer a kendo stick, mainly because I like the kendo stick a lot more than a bat. But a bat would do, because it fits through the little hole in the thing. The hole in the Elimination Chamber. And, so then he grabs the bat, or something, and then, bam, hits Punk. Punk basically wins the match with the weapon, and he uses the bat or the kendo stick. He just beats them up, and they are furious, basically, and they lose. Okay, after tiring themselves out throughout the entire match, especially towards each other, CM Punk wins the matchup. Continuing his now, I do believe, 500-ish day, if it was to be at Elimination Chamber, about 500-ish day, reign. So, John Cena and The Rock, they're understandably very angry. Very angry, okay, because they beat each other up, they did all the work the entire match, even towards each other, and CM Punk just comes in at the end and sneaks a win. So they are kind of angry. So what happens then is John Cena and The Rock, they basically are in the ring the next night, is like, boy, we want our title shot right now. You better give it to us or we'll murder you. CM Punk, yeah, he doesn't come down. He stays backstage. He uses a little camera or something. Not like a handheld camera like the Shield does, or just like a little camera. broadcasting to the Titantron, usual, and the usual fiasco. And he's like, yeah, I'd rather not fight you, okay, because you'd kill me, and that's not a good thing. So, basically, CM Punk, throughout the rest of this time, doesn't particularly do much with either men for now. So, he's like, I'm scared, and we're not doing this. So, you two can fight, basically. So, next week, John Cena and The Rock team up. And they face, I don't really care, 3MB. They face 3MB. Yeah, we're just one man. Even though we're 3 men. Did they change? They didn't change the theme song. They're just, well, 3 men. Yeah, they didn't change the theme song. Just realized that. CM Punk is like, boy, no, you two fight against, who cares? Okay, they fight in a tag team match. John Cena and The Rock win. And then, right there in that little tag team match, they realize, we could work together. They give them the eyes like, you know what, I don't like you, but I can work with you. Next week, they decide, you know what, we're going to have a mini alliance to find CM Punk. Okay, we both want to kill him, so let's kill him. So they basically show up throughout the entire, they go around the entire arena, but every time we turn back to them, they're in a locker room or in a place in front of a monitor, which I think this is a little cool thing that I thought of. CM Punk, you know how earlier we said, oh, he's projecting towards the Titantron? Yeah, he's projecting towards the TV they're watching. So, for instance, Cena and The Rock, they're like walking in a hallway, a TV is like right there, it turns on, CM Punk is there saying, hey dude, what's up? You can't get me, you can't see me, I'm the great one. And CM Punk becomes John Cena and freaks out a little bit. I don't know what that was, but he freaks out a little bit. So CM Punk is basically taunting him the entire time while they walk around, and then, oh wait, they don't find Punk, but they find Paul Heyman. Yes, Paul Heyman does come back into the storyline. Like I said, he's very important. So Cena and The Rock, they basically at the end of the show take Paul Heyman, basically kidnapping. They take Paul Heyman, they beat the crap out of him. The Rock does a rock bottom, then a people's elbow. Then Cena hoists him up for the AA, and then CM Punk's music hits. John Cena drops Paul Heyman. The Rock and Cena both look straight at the Titantron. For some reason, the Titantron's this way. Just could do that. Anyways, they're looking this way like, oh my god, CM Punk, we're gonna beat you up now. Grr. And, of course, he doesn't come out. When John Cena dropped Paul Heyman rolls sort of towards the outside of the ring. CM Punk comes from the crowd or under the ring or something, saves Paul Heyman, and they both run through the crowd. Like the cowards they are, Cena and The Rock are furious in the ring. They're like, boy, we just won a title shot. Give us a title shot at Mania. We want to kill you. And that's, now they've boiled over to, we're going to murder you, CM Punk. So the match is then set by the general manager. I don't think Triple H would count because he's facing Brock Lesnar. So Vince or Stephanie or whoever the GM was at the time of this. The match is set. CM Punk versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus John Cena. WrestleMania 28 for the WWE Championship. Next, on the week before Mania, John Cena and The Rock, they have a contract signing. CM Punk, he stated, you know what, I've already signed the contract. I'm not going to go down there because you'll kill me. Okay, once again, CM Punk is trying to avoid them as much as he can because he wants to not die. So, CM Punk's like, okay, Michael Cole's like, okay, he's already signed it, blah, 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 blah. CM Punk's, already signed it. And then The Rock and Cena, all the emotional material where Cena's like, I've had the worst year of my life. The Rock's like, my life's been great because I'm The Rock. And I've broken my leg and stuff. Well, that part's towards us. Anyways, so basically they have all that filler stuff from Cena versus Rock 2. That feud stuff, that happens here. That's where they have it. Cena versus Rock. They basically are just like, I'm gonna be the man. And no, I'm gonna be the man with the nice pecs. No, I'm gonna be the man with the nice pecs, but you can't see them because you can't see me etc. And then John Cena and The Rock, they sign the contracts, and then John Cena immediately looks up and says, but I still don't have to team with you. Basically, he basically says something like that. He hoists him up for the AA. Nope. The Rock gets out of it into a rock bottom on John Cena. John Cena looks super weak. The Rock, rock bottom. As soon as he gets up, The Rock, he goes for the people's elbow. He's like, I'm the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. He runs back and forth on the ropes, and then, just like Raw 1000, CM Punk slides into the ring before The Rock can even get to the end of the people's elbow, clotheslines him, because that was great. That was great. That big clothesline where The Rock was like fuzzing from his mouth, that looked great. So let's have that also here. Okay, we're gonna have it at Raw 1000 because that looked good, but we have something similar to it here, so it brings back where it all started. Okay, because I think it would be a cool idea to have it look like where it started, the entire feud. So then they fight. So then CM Punk, he hoists him up for the GTS, and then standing tall at the end of Raw is CM Punk as the champion. And then the triple threat WrestleMania matchup: The Rock, CM Punk versus John Cena, and I'd give them the main event spot. Because yeah, it's kind of been building for a really long time. I might get controversy for this. I picked John Cena to win the match. I know what you're thinking. Yes, bring on the boost, Come on, I'm listening. Thank you. I picked John Cena to win this match because the whole reason. It's the only one that makes sense. CM Punk, if he wins the matchup, he's gonna gloat, just like always. He's gonna be like, oh, well, I'm the champion. I've held it for like 500 plus days. I'm the best in the world. And it just go back to where CM Punk was. And I think by this point, CM Punk was getting bored anyways. The Rock's like, I'm the most electrifying man. I'm gonna go film some movies and have diamonds built into my house. Or something stupid like that, because The Rock is ridiculous. And John Cena, sort of like the underdog story for him, really. I mean, at the end of Raw, John Cena looked weak because of the rock bottom and people's elbow thing. He's been trying desperately the entire feud to just be like, boy, I need the title. Give me the goddamn title, CM Punk, or I'll murder you. And also, John Cena, he's had like the worst year of his life, basically. And so, like, it's all kind of built, like, ever since John Cena lost at WrestleMania 28, it basically built up to this at WrestleMania 29. It's basically built up to this moment of John Cena hoisting up the championship, potentially pinning The Rock. That's only in my dream world, though. He could pin CM Punk. I don't really care. So he hoists up the champion. He's like, I'm the man. I beat The Rock. I got my win back because I'm the man. I'm the best. I beat CM Punk. I'm cool again. And John Cena can go do his thing where they unify the title or something brand new. I don't really care. But yeah, that is what I booked CM Punk versus The Rock versus John Cena. Because also, the main reason I thought about this was because CM Punk, how he left the company, he stated, oh, well, I didn't get the main event of WrestleMania. He finally has his main event against WrestleMania. John Cena finally gets his win back on The Rock, and The Rock is built to face CM Punk and John Cena at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So basically, from what I can tell, everybody wins. The Shield might not look as good, but if you give them a few more months, somebody else wins the World Championship or the WWE Championship, and they do the feud with John Cena. Although this time have the Shield win, not like the Nexus or something like that. Then everybody wins. Okay, the Shield is an easy fix for a debut. They're an easy fix because they could just basically show up everywhere. And yeah, everybody wins as far as I can tell, unless I'm thinking of something. Oh, the Undertaker. Yeah, the Undertaker probably doesn't win. He probably fights someone like Sheamus or something. Oh well. But yeah, that's how my fantasy booking goes of John Cena, CM Punk, and The Rock fighting at WrestleMania. That's my fantasy booking. If you guys have anything to say about my fantasy booking, please leave it down there in the comments below. And of course, like it if you did like it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, if you have, why not hit the little bell to be notified of everything we do on the channel here. I am Dominic here on the Bad Wrestling channel. Me and Brandon and Dominic, you get it. Okay, Brandon's and mine, social medias and stuff is in the description, so why not go check that out? And as always, have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Oh boy! Yo!